Yo, yo. Game week 28. I've got a coffee. If all goes to plan, ladies and gentlemen, I am potentially going to be live for the next 4 hours. So we'll see how that goes. I've got training tonight and football at Ashton Gate later. So, yeah, a big evening in store. I'll probably wrap up by about 4:30 or whenever I decide, whenever I've had enough, because it's going to be a long old stream. Yeah, I hope everyone's well. Let me know what your plans are this game week. It's going to be quite an interesting one. I do wonder what this game week has in store for us. I've made some transfers. I'm a swimmer, mate. I'm not a footballer. I'm a swimmer. This is my team. Jack Hutch, love that, mate. I've done a couple of moves. I need to correct my banner at the bottom, so we'll do that after I talk through what I've done. Yeah, we've done Chalobah to Van Dijk. That's the move we've made, and my team is extremely red. But I'm pretty content with how things are looking, I've got to say. Can we see any swimming videos? Sure. I've got one to share if you want to see a swimming video. That's a bit weird, though. But that's not weird. Hopefully it's not a perverse request. I've got a video. Do you want to see a video? Here's a video. Bear with. Hang on. Here we go. Ready? Here's me swimming. Ready? Oh, hang on. Going the wrong way. There you go. That's me there. That's me swimming. There it is. 100 pace that was, just to see what I look like underwater. Bosh. And there's a few more clips of me swimming and stuff with my friends. There's my Instagram, by the way, at TomHFootball, if you want to give me a follow. There you go. There's a swimming video for you. Mate, I'm not incredible. I've just been doing it for years, mate. Like anything, if you do something for years and years, you get quite decent at it. It's just what happens, mate. It's just hours I put in. I've been doing it for years and years. I'm going to change the ticker now. So we did Chalobah to Van Dijk. That's what we did. Done. Chalobah. VVD. I didn't do Goo to Thiago. I did that last week. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. How much do you trust Fulham? Not very much, because I would have started Anderson if I trusted them. So I think that says it all, really. Unlucky on Verts, mate. It depends if you've got any great bench options, mate, to be honest with you. Do you think I should bench Gabriel, considering the fact that Chelsea almost always manage to score at least a goal, and trust Anderson for a clean sheet against Spurs instead? No, I'd start Gabriel. I think Gabriel's the best defender in the game, mate, to be honest with you. Still think he is. I'd start him every week. Sorry. You might get more points out of Anderson, but honestly, I'd start Gabriel every week, mate. Great. Thank you, Punchy Poet. What have you asked? Enzo to Ouattara or Sharda? Whether you go for Dango or Sharda is really tough. So I think people might worry about Sharda's benching last week, right? Because obviously he only played 45 minutes. But at the same time, I think that kind of sets him up to play a lot of minutes in future games. Whereas Dango, am I correct in saying, and I'm not saying this should impact his minutes, he's partaking in Ramadan, isn't he? Am I correct in saying that about Dango? Was it Dango that was spoken about with that? Regardless of that, though, I just think Honestly, though, the minutes are probably going to be the same. I was just going through in my head what to say. You know, whether Ramadan actually impacts minutes, probably not, does it? That's if Dango even has partaken in it. I can't remember. I think their minutes are probably going to be quite similar, to be honest with you. And I don't see the point in spending the extra money on Sharda, so I go for Dango. There you go, Dango. And no Dijk gets benched this week. How about that? That'd be interesting. Sorry, 2 seconds. Top 10 travel. I'll be honest with you. Speaking factually, I mean, if I didn't have lunch before training tonight, I'd be struggling. Definitely. What time was sunrise today in the UK? It's sunrise to sunset, isn't it? Sunrise this morning was. Did it say? Sunrise was 7 a.m. Sunset is 6 p.m. But I need to do the training that I do. I need probably 3,000 calories a day. So how do you get 3,000 calories in that time? It's hard, and I would personally struggle with that. What I guess does drinking anything but water? I guess can you drink water? I don't know. I don't think that's true, Muppet Seller. I'll be honest with you. You say Liverpool always concede, but they don't. I know they probably got a little bit lucky. But they kept a clean-o against Forest, kept a clean-o against Sunderland, clean-o obviously against Arsenal, clean-o against Leeds. They're not bad. Van Dijk, am I on Van Dijk? Van Dijk's got 9, is it, clean sheets this season? Where's clean sheets? Bloody hell, yeah, 9 clean sheets this season. That's 1 every 3 games, not too bad. Oh, Janus, yes, of course I can, mate. Checking the Discord. What was I looking for? The Discord. Sorry, guys. I was just having a few things pop up on my phone. I went to a house viewing yesterday, so I had a few texts about that. We're looking at the podcast questions. Cheers for sending in your team, Janice. Thinking of going Evanilson to Thiago and Enzo to Dango. Yeah, I like it. I'm just trying to think, who are you missing from the midfield there? I guess if Evanilson, yeah, you need to go cheaper than Enzo, don't you? I was going to say Mbumo, but you can't do that. You could do that, or genuinely, mate, you could play a back four with that team. Like, you could start Gabriel, Vandenberg, Munoz, Virgil, Rice, Rogers, Wilson, Bruno, Haaland, Thiago, and then bench the rest. But you are probably quite thin on the bench if you do that, aren't you? What I'm saying is you could get away with one transfer, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So just bear that in mind, I reckon. Just bear that in mind. What do you reckon to that, Jornius? Right, back to my team. He hadn't replied in the chat yet. Hey mate, should I sell Elliot Anderson to Dango? No. Keep Elliot Anderson. I saw a graph the other day that Haaland has returned. Good to see JD Bon. You've had quite. I follow you on Instagram. You've had quite a couple of weeks. There was a baby shower and all sorts going on with you, mate. Congratulations, my friend. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl yet? Yeah, I'm sorry if I've already asked you that. Double-digit haul in 50% of his 5:30 PM kickoffs. That's what we like to see, mate. That's what we like to see. Your team has 8 of my players, and I'm 1 point. Yeah, mate, I wish I was bloody higher. I think this is a good team, though. I mean, come on. Surely I've got a good team now this week, and I should hopefully get a green arrow. Come on. I'm not selling Evan Nilsson. I've never had Evan Nilsson. Is Szoboszlai a better or worse pick with Wirtz? I don't think it makes a difference. He's going to play right back. It's a boy. Love to hear that, mate. Some friends were asking me which metrics FPL Tom uses for his projected points model. You have to ask him personally that, because it's obviously his model. But it's past performance, fixture difficulty are the main contributors, I think. He may do a couple of other fudge factors in there, but that's it, really. Historic performance, it goes back quite far, but prioritises closer games, if that makes sense. And then it's fixtures as well. There's a fixture multiplier on top of it. Who would you start, Timber, Palmer, or Anderson? I have Gabriel already. Have you got one of the 3 to start? I'd probably start Palmer, mate, to be honest with you. I'd start Palmer against Gabriel as well. Start Palmer or sell him to Wilson with a -4. I think you start Palmer, mate. Bruno captain. Interesting. Do we think, by the way, this is a question, is Bruno better under Carrick or Amorim? An interesting question. Most popular captain. Yeah. Sanchez got a new kit, mate. He's got a sponsor on it now. It was weird that Chelsea didn't have a sponsor. I will do a captaincy poll if you want. But yeah, let me know who should be on it, and I'll do one. If money is no issue, who are the top midfielders to bring in for 28 to 31? Well, it depends who you have already, but Elliot Anderson's up there. Tom, we had a question about how your model is comprised. But yeah, Elliot Anderson, Bruno Fernandes, Brian Mbeumo. I quite like Iliman Ndiaye, even though I've benched him this week. Dango's up there. Sharda, but I probably prefer Dango to Sharda. There you go. Points per game with a fixture multiplier. Imagining me saying yo. Oh, right, other Tom, sorry. As a United fan, absolutely. Yes, mate, I'm feeling better. Bloody good timing too, because I'm racing this weekend. I can breathe again, which is obviously quite important for swimming because you need to hold your breath. So I was struggling earlier in the week to actually get breath in, but we're good now. We're good now. I've just had a coffee and I desperately need to use the loo. I will be 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I was on mute. Sorry about that. We're back. Why Virgil over O'Reilly? Because O'Reilly doesn't have a game in Gameweek 31. Hope you're well. Would you give Gordon a punt? Probably not. Do you think United could go against... I don't think they're winning the league, mate. I think they'll get top 4, but I don't think they're winning the league. Also on Dubravka, mate. I think Dubravka over Sanchez is the right move for my team, doesn't it? One United player that hasn't improved under... Oh, I don't know well enough, really. Dalot. We'll say Dalot. But it's mad, isn't it, what's happened at United? Absolutely mad. It just says it was just a total mentality thing under Amorim, in my opinion. It was completely mentality. You know, they haven't just gotten better. It's all mental. You can't possibly improve as a player other than undertaking a mental transformation in that amount of time. It's just not possible. Do you think it's worth making a keeper transfer? Yeah, I don't hate it. If you've got the transfers in hand, Sanchez to Kelleher could make sense. The thing is, though, it's just how many points do you realistically expect to gain from doing that? Because let's be honest, your goalkeeper's not going to score you many points, whoever you pick. Hey Mitch, which keeper do you think will get a clean sheet this week? I really need a keeper. There you go. Have a look at some clean sheet odds. Just going to see if we've got any news come out in a sec. Yeah, I like those moves, Jemima Unicorn. I think you got to get rid of Verts, haven't you? Gordon is playing up front and on pens and 2 home matches. Okay. It feels like you're not going to be influenced by me. If you have that feeling about Gordon, I would do it then. Hopefully that helps you with your keeper this week. Hey mate, which I've already answered that. What would you do with Verts? Probably sell him, get him Boomer if you don't have him. Which of my midfielders don't you have? I think if you don't have one of Elliot Anderson, Bruno Fernandes or Mbumo, they come in for Verts, in my opinion. No update on Dorgu's return. I think he was out for about 2 months, wasn't he? He tore his hamstring, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just going to have a little snack while we do this, if that's okay. Yeah, Verts has been confirmed out. Whoopsie. That's the wrong one. Yeah, Verts is out. Will not be available, still struggling with his back injury. But Frimpong is back in training. Buy Wilson or Mbumo. Oh, mate, I'd buy Mbumo. Surely you got to buy Mbumo. Although I don't think there's a whole lot to separate them, to be fair. Yeah, Gordon was benched in the UCL. You're right. If you make a goalkeeper transfer and they keep a clean sheet, and your previous keeper didn't, you can class that. Yeah, it's a decent transfer, but it depends over how long a period of time do you make a transfer for, though. Because if you make a transfer and it pays off in 1 week, is that, is that success, or would you want to judge it over a longer period of time? 25k, exactly, mate. If you haven't already, by the way, and you're enjoying the stream so far, a couple of things I ask. Please leave a like rating if you haven't already. It's completely free, obviously, to do that. And subscribe as well. We're trying to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of the season. And clicking subscribe down below is totally free, and it really helps me out. So, yeah, hit subscribe if you haven't already. I agree on Tavernier, mate, by the way. I think, yeah, sure. The only thing is, though, with how good Rayan's been, do you think Tavernier is going to be absolutely nailed for Bournemouth now? Or is he going to be a bit of a minutes risk? Because I think there are 3 players in that kind of price category. You got Wilson, Tavernier, and Dango now, haven't you? So which of those, and Elliot Anderson. So which of those do you prefer? Should I captain Thiago, ignore all his recent blanks, risk all my aura in front of my Haaland captain friends? I'm captaining Haaland, mate. Sorry. You want my opinion? Thank you, mate. I appreciate your love for the channel. I love doing it. I love doing it. Pickford or Dubravka? Ooh. I probably favour Pickford, mate. Yeah, why not? I'm doing Chalobah to Van Dijk, Pedro to Thiago, and Wirtz to whoever. But I still have Palmer. Only got 3 transfers. I don't see a desperate need to sell João Pedro. You might think I'm mad, but I don't see a need to do it yet. I'd probably keep João Pedro. I feel a horrible... I hope not, mate. I feel a massive week coming. Yeah, well... I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Ends with 2510. I apologise. Wirtz, it depends who you've got on your bench, mate, to be honest with you. I think long-term Wirtz will be decent. But then you also have to wonder, on his return from injury, will he go back to being nailed on 90 minutes every game, or will he continue to be managed, right? I have a feeling that he might be managed, to be completely honest with you. And also, next game week is like Tuesday, Wednesday, so... Is that going to be long enough? I'm doubtful. And also for me, that's a good general point, I think, is on the quick turnaround between these 2 game weeks. You need to think about that. What does that do to players' expected minutes? Well, next week is like Tuesday, mate. So I think it's impossible for Slot to really say anything. Next week is not 7 days' time. It's game week 29 on Tuesday. Berend, I'll probably keep him. Is Szoboszlai a good option, or I'm thinking... Yeah, I think Szoboszlai would be fine, mate. The thing is, Frimpong's back in training, so, it just depends on your thoughts of Szoboszlai overall, really. I don't think there's a massive difference between Szoboszlai and Sharda, to the point where I don't think it's necessarily worth a transfer to swap one for the other. Let's just have a quick look at predicted lineups if she's done it. Good old Emma. Ooh, I'm on the wrong account, that's why. Emma. Where are you, Emma? There she is. Oh, she hasn't done any yet. We don't have predicted lineups. Was Meerkat done one? No, not yet. Is that it? Oh yeah, we have got one. Here is Meerkat's projected lineups. Good to see you, utility massage. I think captain is... I'm going to go Haaland, Bruno, F, Thiago, other. And then the answer is game week 31, captain. So that's the Arsenal team. Yeah, that's fair enough. Villa, interested on Watkins not starting. Bournemouth, a start for Tavernier. Woohoo! But yeah, I think he does make the minutes difficult for everyone. Someone always misses out, right? So, yeah. Hill looks good though, doesn't he? Brentford, there's your Brentford team. Brighton. No one's interested in that really, are they? Burnley. Don't think anyone's too interested in that either. Chelsea. I got a feeling that João Pedro bloody scores against Arsenal. He's just going to cause me even more pain this week. Palace. Tell me if I'm scrolling too quickly, but I think everyone gets a good idea of what the predicted teams are if I stay on it for 5 seconds or so. Everton. There you go. Fulham. Leeds. Liverpool. Szoboszlai right back predicted. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think probably Frimpong comes back for Tuesday next week, I reckon. Be my gut feel. Man City. O'Reilly and Semenyo are going to continue to ruin me, I think. Man United. Sesko, I think he's going to get a start. I'd agree with this. I think Diallo makes way. I agree. Ahmad will make way. I agree. Newcastle. Yep, Gordon up top. Playing Voltemada there is weird. Excuse me. I don't get what Howell's doing there. But playing Voltemada there is strange. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Forest. Fair enough. I don't think anyone's got Forest players, have they? Apart from this dog. This absolute dog. I don't know why I said that. Spurs. It's not sure anyone's got Spurs players at this point. Sunderland. I do think Mukiele is going to have... Someone asked me this. I don't know how the rest of you feel, but I do feel like no Mukiele is going to really impact that Sunderland team. West Ham. West Ham. This guy, Mateus Fernandes. Watch out. Looks good. Wolves. No one cares today. No one cares about Wolves, and that's it. That's your lot. Mate, I don't want to think about Ekitike. He's scoring this week. That's all that matters. Ekitike scored a hat-trick this week. You know, I'm manifesting it. Manifesting it. What else we got? We don't do team reviews like that anymore. We've changed the way that we do it. Myself and FPL Tom have started the FPL Cartel. I think probably quite a lot of people would already know about the cartel. There's a link in the description for you to sign up. We use the cartel Discord now to do team reviews. So if you sign up to the cartel, you can make use of your 1 week free trial in order to do so. But you sign up to the cartel, put your team in my GGFF stream chat, and I will review it. That's how it works. So yeah. Oh, Wilson to Vert, mate. Yeah, probably. The thing is, it just depends who you've got on your bench, but that does feel very upside chasey. I wouldn't do either of those moves, to be honest, one shot. I think Mbumo, Thiago, probably better if you can get either one of those one shot. I think you could do a lot worse than just sticking by Palmer. I really do. You know, I just think you could do worse. Utility massage. Sorry, I just missed your message there. I think I prefer Dango to Sharda. Bench one of Rice, Rogers, or João Pedro. João Pedro. The reason I said that someone should keep João Pedro is just have a feeling that he scores. But on the balance of things, I think Rice and Rogers, I personally predict to score more points. But João Pedro is just the kind of player who scores when you either don't expect him to or don't want him to. So, yeah. Yeah, Verts definitely sounds like he's out, mate. Indeed. Buy Van Dijk plus Sobo or Ekitike. I prefer Van Dijk. I don't rate Szoboszlai though. I'd buy Van Dijk and then I'd look elsewhere. Hello, Cortex. Good to see you, mate. Forward options other than the main three. I'd stick João Pedro in there. Bowen, Calvert-Lewin. That's probably where I'm at, really. Exactly. If you drop Rogers, you know exactly what he's doing. I cannot tell you how much of a troll Rogers and João Pedro have been for me this season. Brought in Van Dijk and Sharda. I rate it. So you think it's a good move? Verts to Rogers, yeah. I do think if you don't have Mbumo, though, for example, I'd go Mbumo over Rogers. Raul Jimenez, not for me. I think Muniz is back, isn't he? So when Muniz is in the frame, I just wouldn't go near Raul Jimenez. Especially with the quick turnaround of fixtures. Cortex. Nice one, mate. Happy Ramadan to you. Well, it's the 9th day now, but yeah. I hope we were having a discussion earlier about how it affects athletes and stuff. You tell me, how does it make you feel? I don't know if the days are longer in Algeria or not, but yeah. I'll tell you what, mate, Jake. Good to see you, by the way. If you can handle the blank in Gameweek 31, I think Semenyo's great. It's just, for me, it's such a shame that he blanks in 31 because it means I can't own him. But if you can get away with that, or get around it, then go for him. I think he looks good. He almost feels like a differential, doesn't he? Even though he's owned by half the game. Crazy. Hopefully it's not rude me eating an apple on stream, but you got to do what you got to do. So yeah, when you look at Solio, top midfielders, we just do the next 4 weeks or 3. Semenyo's right up there. It's just the fact he blanks. If you get rid of 31, I think his points look really good. Then he's obviously got a potential double in 33. That double in 33 is going to be huge. Eight penalty takers, definitely. You are asking the right man when it comes to having penalty takers in your team, that's for sure. Well, I've got one on my bench, but I've got 6. No, I don't have 6. I've got bonus magnets in pen takers, haven't I? Oh, Rodgers or Dango is really tough. I'm not sure. What's the feeling on Villa's penalty taker? Does anyone have a gut feel on Villa's penalty taker? Because if it's Rodgers, that makes it interesting. I think it could be Douglas Luiz. But then they've got, I don't know. I just don't know. Let me know if the stream's lagging for anyone else. I think we're all good though. My internet should be fairly solid. Dango versus Rodgers is really tough. You know how we resolve difficult decisions in FPL? We ask the wheel. There you go. Lazy Ush, are you in the Discord, mate? Write your team in the Discord and have a look. I'm pretty sure you are. Let me know if it's in the Discord and I'll take a look. Someone asked me Virgil or Canate. I'd definitely go Canate. Oh, sorry, Virgil. Definitely Virgil over Canate, but I've got both. And I bought Canate last week because I couldn't afford Van Dijk. Oh, we got a couple in there. This is Lazy Ush. 2 free transfers, plan to roll, but any insight would be appreciated. Mate, gut feel is I would start Munoz over Krupi here. Yeah, I think I'd start Munoz over Krupi there. Yeah, someone else put their team in as well. I can't see your name. Why won't it show me your name? It just shows me L. Brilliant. It looks like you're a new member, so I appreciate that if you are. Well, that's the same. No, it's Lazy Ush. Sorry, Josh94 is a new member. 1 free transfer, 1 million in the bank. There's a link in the description, Brandon. Sign up. You can use your week's free trial to get a team review this week if you want. Geo, mate, we don't do team reviews like that anymore, I'm afraid. Any suggestions for transfers or current lineup? Not really. I think that team's fine, mate. I wouldn't do anything. You got a very good bench. I wouldn't do anything. That team's absolutely fine, Josh. Excuse me. Any love for Chow? Fantasy Football Hub has him as the top defender for the next 5 weeks. You don't see the link? We get that sorted if it's not there. It'd be funny if it's not there. It is right there. I'll put it in the chat as well. There you go. Wilson versus Dango. Oh, man alive. You ready? What do you guys reckon? Before we do a spin the wheel, what do you reckon on Wilson versus Dango? Mate. No, you're done. Stop spamming the chat. I told you no. Wow. The wheel likes Dango. Sorry, there was some good crunching going on there. I think Mbeumo will play Lee. I think it'll be Ahmad that makes way. I think it's hard for United to leave Mbeumo out, I've got to say. What was I going to say? Is it worth it? Why would you avoid Van Dijk? What's the reasoning for that? Is it just to be different? I've no idea on the wheel success rate, mate. If someone wants to keep a league table of how accurate the wheel has been. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Timber or Chow? Who to sell for Van Dijk? Timber for me. Keep Chow. I've got 2 free transfers. Pickford and Dubravka. Would you do? No. Absolutely not. I'd start Pickford. Yeah, Kevin, I like those moves. The only thing I would say is I don't think that you desperately need to get rid of Rice. Personally. I don't think getting rid of Rice is worth it. The wheel for Dango and Charlotte, that is a real wheel-worthy move. I think I'd go Dango, though, because he's cheaper, you know? You just don't know when you might need the money. Captain Salah, yeah, could make sense. That's not what I think, anyway. The wheel is not aligning to my opinion this week. I think I'd pick Dango over Sharda. personally. Rolling for bones. What does that mean? Would you start Rice over... Yeah, probably Jake. Probably. I'd start them. Is it viable to go for Sharda, not Dango or Wilson as a differential? I still have it. I don't get why you think Sharda is a differential over Dango. Like, they're both differential. I'd agree, wait till a chip. Don't use a keeper transfer. I don't think there's enough points in your goalkeepers to really warrant it, to be honest. I think if you're not happy with like your goalkeeper you got, and Sanchez is on your bench, just start Sanchez. No, I don't think double Arsenal defence is worthless. If you look after this week, the fixtures get pretty decent again for the next couple. So no. And they could keep one against Chelsea. If Sharda and Dango were the same price, I like how you called him Django. Is Sharda the obvious pick? I actually don't think so. I think on the eye test, Dango. I prefer Dango on the eye test. How do you guys feel? Here we go. If Dango and Sharda were the same price, who would you pick? I think I still prefer Dango. Gotta say, I think he just looks more threatening. Might be wrong. Someone might be able to prove me wrong. That's totally cool. I'd welcome it. Would you sell Rice for Wilson? Probably not. I don't think there's enough. I would start if I had them both. I would start Rice over Wilson, but I don't think there's enough between them to warrant a transfer. Verts owners are so unlucky. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Okay, yeah, do it then. Do it. Yeah, do it. Makes sense. Use them. Do it. Is Verts now a sell? Probably. If he doesn't make it this weekend, I'd be surprised if he was back next week. Who to vice captain out of Semenyo and Watkins? In start one. I think I'd start Gahey and I'd vice captain Semenyo. I have one free transfer and need to decide between Thiago. I'd bring in Thiago. Bench Anderson, Rice or Gabriel this week. Rice. Trying to roll some transfers. Gahey, Hill and Gabriel are my current defence. Do I really need Van Dijk? You don't desperately need him. I would say if you feel in a comfortable position with transfers, do it. But if you don't, you can roll. Anderson or Richards this week? I'd say Anderson. Yeah, the short turnaround, mate. He's got... Yeah, Verts is ruled out for this week, but he's not ruled out next week. But surely if he's not fit for this week, I'd be amazed if on like Tuesday, Wednesday, he can play 90 minutes. You know? I think that's a fair logic. And like, you know, whether he even starts. I imagine it might be, at best, you're getting a bench appearance in the week. Yeah, Tavernier's fit. I've got a good feeling that he starts. It's just long term, I just don't think his minutes are certain, particularly with the quick turnaround for game week 29. Take a hit and get rid of Ertz, or start one of Enzo. Yeah, just start Enzo, mate. I think I'd start O'Reilly of that lot, Peter John. He's playing in midfield, out of position. Start Enzo Fernandez or I'd start Fernandez. Yeah, go on. My 78-year-old colleague just told me Wolves will batter Aston Villa tonight. Interesting. I've got to say, it's not the most exciting Friday game. I won't be able to watch it anyway because I'm at the mighty Bristol City today. If Enzo returns, I will dedicate this to you. Thank you, my friend. It better, because I told someone to bench O'Reilly last week. So just let that one sink in. Still, the decision he had to make, I think, was between O'Reilly and Rice. I'd go back, I'd make the same decision. Sorry, I'm just putting in my retainer. There we go. Remember that. By owing it to me, what do I get in return, you know? You can say you owe me, but what does that actually entail? Like, are you going to give me money? That was obviously a joke. Start 2, Enzo, Anderson, Munoz. Probably Anderson and Munoz, probably. Someone asked me Enzo or Richards. I put Enzo ahead of Richards, but I put him behind Munoz, I think. Sharda plus Van Dijk with 1.7 million in the bank, or Thiago. Oh. I think you got to go for the Thiago option. It's just, is there a better defender than Joachim Andersen? Probably not. And when you look at Andersen's fixtures from next week onwards, they're not bad at all. 29, 30 and 31, they're really good. If Enzo assists or scores a goal, I'll send in a cheeky tenner. Come on, Sonner. Deal done. You better get your hand out, shake my hand, mate. I'm waiting. There you go. There's a handshake there, Roman G. 2 free transfers. Do you think Timber out for Konate and Sarr out for Semenyo is good? Timber out for Konate is fine. I did that last week. Sarr out for Semenyo, not sure. I think if you're buying a player that blanks in 31, you need to, as long as you're free hitting in 31 or have a plan that's good to deal with it, you just need to bear in mind blank in 31, to be honest with you. You just need to be prepared for that. Who scores more points? Dango, Wilson, Rice, first to last. What, for this game week? Over what period of time? I think this game week, it's Dango, Wilson, Rice in that order for me. Rocking Gaming, I sold Sanchez and Timber to bring in Alisson and Van Dijk. Not bad. Yeah, fine. I don't like Alisson long term, but realistically, you only need him for a few weeks. if you're wildcarding in 32. No, mate, Verts is out. I'm going to put that in the chat, actually, in the message. Opa. Opa. There we go. Oh, mate, the assistant manager's chip last season, I think got me my top 100k finish, to be fair, with the luck that I got from it. And the luck that I've got from my chips this season has placed me in 234k. I just haven't had a chip come off yet, really. None of my chips have actually paid off. Yeah. Temporary punt on Alisson, sure. The thing is with Alisson, I think he's fine. It's just... The thing is with him is... I just think he's become quite injury prone, hasn't he, in recent seasons? Like, he's pretty much guaranteed to miss portions of every season, which is obviously why they got Marmardashvili in, but that's the thing for me with Alisson is his injuries. Yep, Verts is out, mate. Is Rice to Wilson with one free transfer a good move? I'll probably leave it. I probably wouldn't do the move this week. Mate, we did alright, didn't we? Haaland beat Southampton, I think that was. Yo, Alex. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're keeping well. I thought of you when I saw this video. Please don't take this the wrong way. But it was a video of a man in Bucharest who was hiding behind a bush, smoking a cigarette and firing an AK-47 through a bush, through a hedge in Bucharest. And I was like, oh, I know someone that lives in Bucharest. A pretty random video, but yeah. I'll be live for another... Well, if we can hang on another 3 hours, but we'll see. We'll see. We're a quarter of the way through. We don't know how long Verts is out for, I'll be honest with you. He's going to be out for this week. But I think because the turnaround for next game week is so short, I would be surprised if he's back for next week as well. I'll be honest with you. I'd be surprised if he's back for next week. Stay. Stay with me. Don't let me down. Any price rises from now until the no. Tammy Abraham, too much of a risk. Cheers, Maxim Surfer. Abba Rahman, I would probably sell Verts, to be honest with you. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks, at least in my opinion, or a couple more weeks. I'd be very surprised if Verts is pickable next week. I'll be honest with you. Brandon, I think you roll. I said that already, but I think you roll. I think it is a good move, but at the same time, I just don't think it's worth a transfer, if that makes sense. Like, if I had them both in my team, I think Wilson is better, but is it transfer worthy? I'm probably not sure. Bruno or Haaland captain? Bruno. No. Why do I keep saying the wrong answer? Haaland. The one I've got as my captain, mate. Any good replacements? Oh, let's have a look. To be honest, I'd have a look at this. Does that help? There you go. Mbumo would be up there. Gordon. If you like a differential, I think Gordon could be interesting. Semenyo, if you can deal with him in 31. Harry Wilson. Dango. Rogers. Yeah. Okay, you don't have a free transfer. Just start Ismail Assar then, mate. I don't think Man United have been that solid defensively, to be honest with you. Is Dango and... Yeah, sure. Dango and Thiago's fine, yeah. Gahey / Timber, which one out to Van Dijk? Probably get rid of Gahey. Because I think you'd want to start Timber in Game Week 30. What do we think about João Pedro? João Pedro to Ekitike before. What do I think about João Pedro? I think if you sell him ahead of him playing Arsenal, he'll no doubt... You know what's going to happen. You know what João Pedro is going to do when you sell him. You know exactly what João Pedro will do if you sell him, mate. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Should I sell Sarr for Dango? Probably not. I don't think that's transfer worthy. Personally, don't think that's transfer worthy. Salut, my friend. Free Stanfer. Timber to Van Dijk. Yeah, I like those moves. As an Arsenal fan, I should probably keep him. My midfielders and forwards are Wilson, Semenyo, and Bruno Fernandes, Thiago, Haaland, Ekitike. It is a mistake, but I don't know who you start Anderson for. I benched Anderson this week and it killed me, but I don't know what you can do. It makes sense, I think, to bench him. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe you start him over Wilson. That's it, really. You start either Anderson or Wilson, really. João Pedro, yeah, he certainly looks like a real player, this João Pedro. Start one of Saliba, Tavernier and Stack. I think I'd give Tavernier a go this week. Should I sell Sarr for... Nah, probably keep Sarr. I think I prefer those two players to Sarr, but I don't think it's worth using a transfer to buy them. That'll be my opinion on that. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Do 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 do. Boop, 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 boop. Stay with me. Don't let me down. Stay with me. So I'm just checking my Twitter. Start one of... I've already answered. Oh, yes. I start Tavernier. I've already answered that. Still 3 transfers. Enzo to Wilson. B, Enzo to Dango. C, Enzo and Rice to Wilson and Dango, which... I just do Enzo to Wilson, I think. Should I start Hill or Chow? Chow for me. Should I actually take a -4 for Wirtz? Yeah, I think Timber or DCL should come in. Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. I quite like... Oh, I like them both. I wouldn't be able to tell, actually, between Timber and DCL. If you, chat, had Timber or DCL, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and had to decide who to play between the two of them, what would you do? Bench one of Semenyo, Rice, Wilson and Mbumo. I think Wilson or Rice. Semenyo and Mbumo, definite starts. Semenyo or Rodgers? Depends. If you can do something about Semenyo in Gameweek 31, I'd pick him. But other than that, Rodgers. Predictions. What do you mean by predictions, mate? Semenyo or Rodgers? Bench one, start one. I'd start Semenyo, I think. All right, mate. John, the answer to your question is in my team. Phil, I think I'd start Raya. I think I would start Raya. I think I would. Stay with me. Don't break me down. Would you start Pickford over Dubravka? I think I would, yeah. Predictions of Game Week 28 fixtures. Oh, you want winners? We'll have a think. We'll have a think. It's all right, John. It's very easy just to look at my team and then want to ask the question, isn't it? It's fine. There's no issue. Best player to bring in if I can't get Verts. Mbumo. Semenyo, if you can deal with him in 31. Dango, Elliot Anderson, Mateus Fernandez, Tavernier. No, I wouldn't go Tavernier, actually. I agree with Sebastian. Like, I think Arsenal could keep a clean sheet this week, I'll be honest with you. What to do with Verts? My gut feel is he could well be a sell. I don't think your team's a state at all. I'll be honest. But yeah, you're right. With all those players, you probably need to do something about Game Week 31, really, don't you? Or you just free hit in 31. You have the potential to look like Cole Palmer. Oh, I don't know. If I did have a footballing lookalike, who would it be? I could take my glasses off. Because that, I wouldn't play football with the glasses on. Who would be my lookalike? Cunha to Mbumo worth a -4 hit? No. Yeah, absolutely. On Fulham players, I think they're worth buying. Ian Dowie. That's a rogue boy, that one. Nah. I look like Ian Dowie. I look like that. You having a laugh? Drogba. I don't really think I have a lookalike, I don't have many lookalikes. I did have a nickname in school. I'm going to show you what my nickname was Lee Evans. They used to think I looked like the comedian Lee Evans. Zach Swanson. Who's that? Oh, Arsenal player. I've never even heard of him. Plays for Portsmouth. You look more like I'm a swimmer, to be honest, mate. I'm going to watch back my myself about Lee Evans a sec. Hang on, I'm watching it back on my little preview. Kieran, you're not being very nice to me today. I just watched myself back. Yeah, I'll take Michael Phelps. He's definitely quicker than I am, though. Unique Kiwi, we will be there, Sonner. We will be there. Do not fear. Do not fear. You've sent your money. We will oblige. Mate, don't worry. I can take the stick. Matt Horton, yeah, we'll take that. He just wears glasses, doesn't he? Let's be honest. Reset. Right, let's crack your team in. 5-7-5-8-2. Please can I have some advice? I don't have time. This is your team then. How many transfers do you have, mate? Let me know how many transfers you have, because that helps. That helps me quite a bit. Because, yeah, this team's interesting. It's an interesting team. Kaylee McKeown, no, mate. I'll go with Kyle Chalmers, thank you. He's probably my favourite swimmer, to be honest, is Kyle Chalmers. Quite like him. I find his, he's had very similar injuries to me in his career. I find him quite inspirational because I've been able to relate to him with his injuries. Yeah, let me know how many transfers you got, because I can't tell. If you let me know how many transfers you've got, Unique Kiwi, I will assist. Two free transfers, 2.6. Okay. My gut feel is Enzo to Mbumo. I think that's all you need to do. You could buy Thiago for João Pedro as well. But honestly, Enzo to Mbumo I think is fine. And then I think the rest of your team's okay. Like, Verts on the bench is fine. Like, you could just keep him on the bench for another couple of weeks, really. But then when he's back, you have him. And he doesn't blank in 31, which means you can use him. So I would consider Enzo to Mbumo, João Pedro to Thiago, to be honest with you. What do other people think? You know? That'd be my gut feel. Be intrigued to know what others thought. But that's my gut feeling. My guttural feeling. Don't bring me. Sorry, I was just checking a bit of social media. Yeah, I think Enzo does have to go. Semenyo captain? Nah. I'd always try and captain a penalty taker, I reckon, mate. Did that help you, Unique Kiwi? I'm not sure the hit is worth it. I've got a feeling that Crystal Palace could do alright against Man United. I really do. Alisson, for me, is just a bit too injury prone. Like, of all the goalkeepers in the Premier League, I think he's probably one of the most injury prone ones. He just loves getting an injury. And I might be completely wrong there, but that's just my thoughts. And does he make enough saves to be really worth it? You know, I don't know. I know I owned Raya for a long period of time, so I probably can't talk, but that would be my... that'd be my 2 pence. I still can't believe you'd start Pickford this week. Why wouldn't you? I think Pickford's going to finish as the top scoring goalkeeper this season. Yeah, Dewsbury Hall could be a bit weak, but I don't think he's that bad. I don't think Newcastle are that good. Yeah, that's my thoughts on Alisson. He loves an injury. If you were to ask my opinion, Unique Kiwi, that would be what I'd do. I would definitely prioritise the Enzo move, though. Yeah, I'd definitely prioritise the Enzo move. Daniel Fox, I'd get rid of the player that's injured. You know, Palmer's probably going to play against Arsenal, and no doubt, because he's ruined me this season, he'll score. Play Anderson and Dallo, or sub Rice for one of them. I would play Rice over Dallo. Rogers, Rice, Dango, and Bumo, Semenya, Ekitike. Blimey. Gut feel is I'd bench Declan Rice. Yeah, exactly, Unique Kiwi. That's probably only make the one move. Bench one out of Timber, João Pedro, or Tavernier. Oh, bloody hell. Do you think Chelsea score? Answer me that question. Ignore your players and your team and answer me, do Chelsea score? Yep, Jack Doyle, I was in the same position this last week. I bought Konate. I don't think there's any other players that can play centre-back at Liverpool at the moment, so they're both as nailed as each other. Yeah, I would sell Michael Keane. I keep Alderete. Gut feel, I'd bench Lefebvre of that lot. Khalifa. You think Rice hits double digits? Which FPL asset has affected you negatively? Owning Rodgers at the start of the season. Enzo Fernandez. Cole Palmer and João Pedro. That's what's hurt me. They've all probably hurt me as much as each other. Yeah, I think Chelsea have got a chance. Well, no, the reason you said Chelsea score, I think I'd pick João Pedro based on that. Rayan's interesting. I think with how many players Bournemouth have for those positions now, I wouldn't pick Rayan. I don't think the minutes are solid enough. Do do do. Can we all pick João Pedro so Chelsea don't score? I haven't got him, mate. Sorry. So that means he will score. I think Rice will do. I hope so, mate. Yeah, fair enough. If Rice has to be victim, it kind of makes sense, really, especially as he blanks in Gameweek 31. It just depends. If you're doing it as part of a long-term move, then it makes sense, I think. Mate, Gabriel VVD O'Reilly is very, very strong this week. That's very strong. No, Calvin, I think it makes sense. I need to start 2 of Raul. I would start Elliot Anderson and Joachim Anderson. Go for the... Ooh, Senesi, though. Senesi versus Joachim Anderson is very close. I'll leave that one up to you. I would start one of those. I would start 2 of those 3. I'd take Raul Jimenez out of the equation. Oh, actually no, because Raul's on penalties. Oh. It's hard. I don't know what to do. Muniz is back and getting minutes. Oh. But Raul Jimenez, it's a good fixture and he's on penalties. I'll tell you what it's time for. I'm going to spin the wheel. We will eliminate a player for each spin, all right? But I'm definitely going to say start Elliot Anderson. So the one player I'm going to rule out from the spin the wheel actually is Elliot Anderson. What was the... It was... What was the question? I've lost it. Anderson, Senesi. Raul, Anderson, Senesi. Well, I'm going to take Elliot out of it because I think he's good. So it'd be Raul, Anderson, Senesi. So it's start Raul, Senesi. You know what? Yeah, go on then. Go on then. The Balinese lucky coin has disappeared, by the way, Alex. I have no idea where it went. I think I may have accidentally vacuumed it one day, to be honest with you. I think it was maybe under my bed or something and it got sucked up by the vacuum cleaner. Sorry. I don't have the best memories of being in Bali either, to be honest with you. So maybe it's for the best that those memories are gone. Who'd you bench at? Timber, Anderson, or Njai? Oh, bloody hell. Spin the wheel time. I think it's really close, to be honest with you. Oh. Okay, well, the wheel's saying I wouldn't bench Njai. I think I'd bench Timber. I think I would bench Timber, actually. I'm struggling with my team too, currently 45k. I'd definitely get Mbumo Max Avicii. Is it a big risk? It all just depends on how you can deal with Game Week 31. The risk that you take is all around Game Week 31. If you've got a way of dealing with it, then buy Man City players. There's no reason not to. By the way, I've been live for an hour and a half and I need to use the loo again, I'm afraid. I've had a coffee and a litre of water since I started the stream, or near enough a litre. And, you know, nature has caught up with me. So in that meantime, Anderson, give me a spin the wheel and I'll spin the wheel in the time that it takes me to use the loo. How about that? I'm gonna try and be quick. Rashid, my pleasure, mate. Thank you for the super chat. Rogers. Oh, it's the other Anderson. Apologies. You ready? 3. I'm ready. I'm gonna go. Ready? Oh, I'd probably be inclined to agree with that. I'd probably be inclined to agree with that. Ekitike, not really. No. I think he's. We were talking about Dango as well, weren't we? I don't think it affects either of them. I'll be honest. How long is Ramadan, by the way? Is it a month? Yeah. March 20th, which is when Isak's back. Yeah, maybe that places too much doubt over Ekitike. I think if I didn't have Ekitike, I wouldn't buy him. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'd buy him if I didn't have him already. He's been a bane. He's been an absolute bane of my existence in FPL. Even the Newcastle 13-pointer didn't really make me very happy. I remember being like, yeah, I'm glad I got some points, but bloody hell, I deserve them, is how I felt when I got them. Is a -4 worth? No, absolutely not. A -4 for a goalkeeper? Absolutely not. Yeah, people saying that Vert's probably be out for next week as well if he's out this week. I'd be inclined to agree with that. Roger's been a nightmare, I bet, mate. Greetings from Jamaica. I hope all is well with you. Opinion on Ekitike with captaincy? I wouldn't go anywhere near him, mate. I personally, sorry, I was just moving my mic. I personally only like to pick penalty takers for captaincy. Don't let me down. Munoz, Anderson, Hill, Mateus Nunes, Gabriel. Ooh, okay. Wow. I'd probably bench Mateus Nunes. I think it's between those two. Yeah, I think I'd bench James Hill. No, actually. Oh. It's so close between Munoz and Hill. There's the 50-50. It said bench Munoz. I think between him and Hill, though, it is a real 50-50. Best mid for 8.5 million. How much is Mbumo now? Oh, you can't do it. Oh, there is a real... I don't know how you guys feel. There's a real shortage of good midfielders. Honestly, mate, I think I'd pick Harry Wilson. Crazy, I know, but I think I'd pick Harry Wilson. If I had 8.5 million in the bank, I think I would somehow end up picking Harry Wilson. And if you think that's crazy, fair enough. Don't let me down. Stay with me. Don't bring me down. Sorry, I just had a message that I need to just quickly take a look at. Don't let me. Yeah, I'd probably agree with Tom's model. Tyler Captain, I don't mind it. That was Grindr. No, it was a LinkedIn, actually. Which other YouTuber would you smack if you could? Don't know, I'm not really the smacking type. Don't know. There is probably one I'd smack. Not in the FPL space, that's for sure. I don't know. Don't know. If you guys could pick a YouTuber to smack, who would you smack? I don't think there is one. The YouTubers I would smack, I probably wouldn't want to actually smack and start beef with because they probably do me over, so I don't think there is anyone. FPL? Absolutely not. Fave FPL creator? I don't think I have one, mate. To be honest, the one that I watch the most, probably more so because he dominates the algorithm rather than me thinking he's necessarily better than any of the others. It's got to just be Andy, hasn't it? Let's talk FPL. He's just the OG. He is just the OG. Let's be honest. Me and FPL, mate, did have some beef, but we squashed it. We squashed the beef. Our beef was actually about eating beef, funnily enough. But we've made up now. So it's all good. If you could meet one FPL Tom, mate. Never met him in real life. I'd love to. We've never met, which is a mad thing. But, yeah. We've not met, but I'd love to meet him. I appreciate that. I definitely do have good upper body strength, I would say. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'd win a fight. It just means I've got good upper body strength. Nice one, Max. I won't talk politics though on the channel. Andy he's smashing it. Gut feel is number one makes sense there, mate. I just don't see the point in making a goalkeeper transfer, Kevin. Yeah, Salah could be good. I have no idea on Vandenberg versus Aya. Total 50-50, no idea. Kieran, you're getting weird. Yeah, we do love a CEO, don't we, Chris? By the way, I saw a video of Katie Price yesterday. I don't, whatever. She's gone down a different path with her life. She looks interesting, is all I'll say. I do gym, mate. I gym as much as I swim. 3 gyms, 3 swims a week usually. I've been out of the gym for the last couple of weeks. Well, I've been in, but not lifting heavy because I've been racing the last couple of weekends. So I'm a sprinter, so I need to stay fresh. So lifting heavy before racing is not the best idea, but I have been. Yeah, I lift 3 times a week, swim 3 or 4 times a week as well. Which 2 would you bench out of Hill, Rice, Gabriel? I would bench Rice and one of Wilson or Hill. Kevin, my pleasure. Johnny Boy, thoughts on selling Ahmad? I'd hold him, pray. I could bench him. I haven't actually looked at my draft team in a while. Should you have a look at it? Probably got to log in. I do. Let's have a look at my draft team. Oh no, picked the wrong email. That one. Here we go. Oh, apparently I'm not in a draft. What? I could have sworn I had a team. Oh no. Our league died. Oh well. Well, I did have a team. Oh no, I've just got rid of FPL. the FPL tab. Bear with. Got to bring it back now. There we go. Mate, there's top 10 travel. There's no secret on balancing time. There just isn't. You sacrifice things. That's it. Something has to give way, you know? Like, I don't play much Xbox at all. I don't really watch any telly. Other things in my life have been sacrificed as well. That's the game, you know? That's it. If you've got ambitions to do things... I read a book, right? You know, life advice again. You're probably bored of it. It was called Essentialism by an author called Greg McKeown, right? And it basically, the whole reason the book exists is to tell you how important focus is, like narrowing your focus onto specific things. And that's it, really. You know, the people who excel in things aren't necessarily the people who do the most. They're the people who avoid things. You know, like, I don't know, you look at the top swimmers in the world, right? Michael Phelps, up until the 2008 Olympics, he didn't do anything but swim. He got rid of everything else that wasn't working towards his goals. Right? That's the game. It's more about what you don't do than what you actually do. That's the thing. You have to sacrifice stuff. And ultimately, like, trying to do everything, like get 8 hours of sleep, get up early in the morning, work, train, all of that, it doesn't really tend to work together. Something usually has to give way. It's just the game. Like when you look at the top professional footballers, right? The best ones aren't the party boys who do the party. They're the ones who are truly focused on football. Or have either single men or men that are in like a committed long-term relationship that just brings them peace. Those are the top performers. The boring ones, I would say. Being boring is good for being successful. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Should I sell Sarr and buy Szoboszlai? Yeah, just starts. I'd actually consider starting João Pedro. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Or Calvin. Calvin, sorry. I kept calling you Kevin. I apologise. It's more about what you don't do half the time, I think. Oh, bloody hell. I've just seen screenshots of Grand Theft Auto 6. I think there might be AI, actually. But it does look like it's going to be good. I won't be playing it, though. I'll be making FPL videos. Unique Kiwi, I don't, mate. I'll be honest. Not right now. I don't say much more about that kind of part of my life, but I definitely don't have one right now. Bro, I'm not going to, who's the first defender in your team, Mike? I'm just going to call you Mike because I've read your name. Yeah, I don't know what that says, sorry. I would also say, screw it, I don't care. I was going to say, is this a bit too personal, but it's not. I don't care. I have no, like, there's no ill will towards the other person involved, but a few years ago, well, bloody hell, nearly a couple of years ago now, I was in a relationship and it ended. And despite it being a really difficult time, I actually just used it as fuel to really go all in on this channel, and it really gave me fuel to build something and like work out truly what made me happy and what like gave me a reason to get up in the morning. And I feel like events like that in your life also help you work out who you are, what you want to be doing with your life, and how you spend your time. That's another one for top 10 travel there. Drop one, Palmer, Rice. I'd probably drop Rice there. That's fair enough, Red Bull vodka. Fair enough. Seen it all. We love that, mate. I think so, Unique Kiwi. I think so. Yeah. I feel like you... I didn't actually, Kieran, to be honest. No. Funnily enough. It was hard, but, you know, yeah, it's life. Those things happen, you know. You're asking me some really weird questions, though. I feel like if the questions continue to be weird, I'm going to ban you from the chat, mate. It's just not appropriate. I'm not really someone who actually cries, to be fair. Not because I'm like some sort of... It's not something I do. It's probably bad, but I don't really do that. Is Verts worth keeping or time to try? Exactly, Ben. I think it's time to transfer out, mate. He's going to miss a couple of weeks. What's Wellash? It's not harsh, just me. It's just who I am. Not to say I wasn't sad about the whole thing happening, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. You judge me as a person. Do you think I do cry? I don't know. I don't care. I am who I am, mate. I don't make apologies for it. I'd like to think on the whole I'm a good person, regardless of whether I cry or not. Mike, where's your team gone? Please put it in the chat again. This stream got weird, man. Hey, mate, between Krupa Jr. and João Pedro for this week. Yeah, I know, Ben. Don't worry, mate. We were being asked some weird questions. This no biggie. And I agree. I agree with you. I would start João Pedro. I'm not sure Krupa plays. I think João Pedro almost definitely plays against Arsenal, doesn't he? I mean, yeah, I was, but you stopped asking weird questions today, so I've not blocked you. If you ask me one more weird question, though, you're going to go, because I think you're detracting now from the stream. Uwa did it. I'm missing my exercise because I had a detached... Oh, bloody hell. I'm excited to hear that, mate. That's gnarly. How did that happen? Was it an accident? What happened? Oh my god, Billy. Wow. My gut, and you're going to hate me, says Rice. Mike. No, not Mike, Billy. Sanchez, Dubravka, Richards, Gabriel, Timber-Cash, Mukiele, Bruno, Rogers. Well, you've got to start Mane and Ekitike. Oh, sorry, Haaland and Ekitike. I'd bench Mane, Enzo, and Mukiele. Let's just start the rest of them. I think it's fine. No, Chris Gale. I prefer Haaland. Whoa, Terry, that is tough. Would you hold Rice or drop him for Dango? I'd hold him. Wow, unique Kiwi. That's pretty mad. Well, I'm glad you're better and had the surgery. I don't know on Rice versus Evan Nilsson. My gut says Rice. I just don't like Evan Nilsson. Sorry, I'm going to say Rice. Deadline quandary. We've all got those, mate. Bench Chow. Oh, bloody hell. Well, I'm playing Dubravka over Sanchez. I'm just thinking on... Who would you bench? Chow or Elliot Anderson? That has got me. That has really got me. I don't know. What do people think? Would you bench Chow or would you bench Elliot Anderson? I really don't know. I was going to Google what Unique Kiwi said. We're going to... Let's have a look. I'm going to Google it, but not on screen. Is it one of the devices that keeps your eye open? Whoa, jeez, that is wow. That's gnarly. That is gnarly. I'm not going to Google that and show it to you all, but it's gnarly. I'm stuck. Yeah, just roll, mate. Would you do Hill and Mbumo or Hill and Semenyo for Chalobah? It depends. It depends on your plan for Game Week 31. If you can't use a chip or deal with your Man City players, then you quite simply, you have to sell. You have to go the Mbumo route. Johnny, unfortunately, we just do team reviews in the cartel now. If you want to join the cartel, you can make use of our 7-day free trial using the link in the description below, or in the message I'm about to put in the chat. Oh, no, I'm not, because I'm not. There's a link at the top of the description to join the cartel. I'm just going to see if anyone's put their team in there a second. Polo Goose, you should have said, bro. I would do Chalobah to Van Dijk and Enzo to, I don't know. Get rid of Enzo too, I would. Actually, I'd do Timber to Van Dijk, you know. Yeah, well, I would wildcard Game Week 32, bench boost Game Week 33, free hit Game Week 34, and then use your triple captain in the double. In the next double. So I think there'll be 2 more double game weeks this season, my gut feel. What are we looking at? Nice one, Polo Goose. Sorry, mate. Don't be afraid to let me know that you're a member of the cartel, mate. Let me know if you do put your team in the chat. I'd save it, Daniel, definitely. I think there's real potential in Game Week 33, where if you wildcard in 32, you pick 15 players that have a double game week. I think there's a real possibility that you could do that. Maybe I could bench Gahey instead of benching Chow. Yeah, I would bench Gahey. I think Chow is one of the best defenders this week. I think I would do... Oh, that's so tough. See, I think Thiago's better than Dango, but I think João Pedro is much better than Enzo. So it makes it really tough. I would definitely do João Pedro to Thiago instead of Ekitike, if that helps you. I'm really 50-50 on the other one, though. I'm stuck. Can bench Munoz, Enzo, and play Rodgers. I think you could get rid of Enzo. I do. My pleasure, King. Is it worth... No. No, play Jose Sarr. Just play Jose Sarr. Take the risk. You could even play Sanchez over Jose Sarr, to be honest with you, if you really want to. I just wouldn't... I don't think there's enough points in it for goalkeeper transfers. Enough points difference. I have Raya, Sanchez, Senesi, Cash, Gabriel Mukiele. I wouldn't do the goalkeeper move. I just think it's mad to have already Raya and Sanchez and then make a goalkeeper transfer. It's crazy. Konate in for Mukiele makes sense. Enzo to Dango makes sense, but I would not make the goalkeeper move, mate. I do not think the goalkeeper move makes sense. I also don't think Chelsea Arsenal has 0-0 written all over it. I'm afraid. I really don't. I really don't. Stay with me. I'm just gonna... Someone who's in the chat has sent me a message on Insta. I'm just gonna... Oh, come on. Bear with. Elliot Anderson, Wilson, or Rayan? Elliot Anderson. Then Wilson, then Rayan. Gym schedule, 2 days on, 1 day off. Fair enough. Arsenal will do Chelsea. Their defence is atrocious. Yeah, mate. Oh, don't get me started on Chelsea defence. Raya or Dubravka? I think I'd start Raya over Dubravka. Sorry, bear with. I'm just going to put something in. There we go. Oh, I'm not sure about AKTK. I think Thiago is better than AKTK, by the way. 100% think AKTK is better. I have no idea who gets relegated. Top 10 travel. No idea. Let's have a look at the table. Let's have a look at the table and do a little prediction, shall we? All right then. What's going on here? What's going on here? Oh my god. Right. So there's the Prem table. I've no idea. I think it's one of Leeds, Tottenham and Forest, isn't it? I think Tottenham are too good. I do. I think they've just got too much quality. I know their record is awful, but I think they've got too much quality to go down. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who gets relegated? It's probably West Ham, I think, in my opinion. I think Forest are too good. Leeds probably too good. I do think it'd be West Ham. I just can't believe that they haven't solved their centre-back problems. Like, you cannot tell me that Disasi is the solution to West Ham's defensive troubles. I am not having it. He's not good enough. Mental. My prediction is Chelsea don't make the top 5. Interesting. -4 for Enzo out. Nah, just keep Enzo, mate. I wouldn't take a hit. -4 out. I've already answered that. Keep your questions coming in. If you haven't already, please do leave a like rating on the stream and subscribe to the Golden Goal channel. I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe. Trying to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I would really appreciate it if you could help me do that. That'd be amazing. It would be amazing. We're getting there. Very slowly, but we're getting there. We're working our way there. Wirtz to Wilson, or that I'd prefer Wilson, Adam, I think. Wilson's the pick for me. Wilson is the pick for me. Yeah, join the cartel, as Cortex is putting in the chat. If you want to get your team reviewed, consider joining the cartel. Free for a week as a trial. See if you like it before fully committing. But you can obviously make use of the free trial to get your team reviewed. I'm just going to check something a second while we're doing that. Don't let me down. Bum, 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 bum. Playing João Pedro or Enzo or Keane. Keane. I wouldn't pick Michael Keane this week. I think I'll go João Pedro. Yeah, maybe on EKCK, but I'm not sure. I think Verts obviously means less good attacking players as well, so less chances created. So I think it's potentially a poison chalice, I guess is the correct word. I really don't know. So I just need to go and grab my phone a second, just check something. Another thing, yeah, true. Wildest differential midfielders. Mateus Fernandes. There you go. There's a name. I'm just going to plug my phone in now. But yeah, mate, I'm saying Mateus Fernandes. One thing I think will happen. Liverpool concede. There you go. Liverpool concede a goal. I've got double Liverpool defence. They bloody concede because I've got them now. That's what will happen. Excuse me. They'll bloody, no doubt, bloody concede. Sorry, just something I've got to check. Nope, nothing going on. Yeah, I think Fernandes is a good player. Good for DEFCON, decent for attacking returns. I think he's, if you want to go super differential, he's my one. Could you guess which teams will have a double game week in the 33? It'll be the teams that progress in the FA Cup, won't it? Wildcard this week. What cheap midfielder would you go for? There you go, told you. Probably Wilson. Wilson, Elliot Anderson. Those would be my two. Mateus Fernandes. Bench 2, Hall, Gahey, Gabriel, Timber Hill. Gahey and Timber. Go on. Yeah, Gahey and Timber. Bench those two. Ooh. Facebook's popping off. Weird. Sorry, guys. Yes. For the first time, you've owned Van Dijk. No doubt they're going to concede. I think I'd start Palmer, I think, mate. He's just too good to bench if you've got him. Wildcarding, I've already answered that. Yep. Keep Wilson in that case. Interesting. I wouldn't take the hit for Dango, Sar to Dango. Rice or Senesi to start. Gut feel says Declan Rice on that one, mate. Watch him score 2 points now, but my gut says Declan Rice. Hill or Van Dijk to buy? Van Dijk. Definitely Van Dijk. I think he's the best defender to buy if you don't have Gabriel already. Pick 3 to go by Gameweek 31. I don't know what that means. Are you saying to transfer out? I transfer out all of them apart from Alderete, I think. Fingon, the latest team I've made for a wildcard video is the one, mate. Never bench Rice. Yeah, you're probably right, mate. You're probably right. I wouldn't be buying Alex Scott. Not an FPL as much as I love him. How much is Alex Scott? I'd look at Stack, to be honest with you. Stack or Elliot Anderson. Boo. Kevin is out for Fulham. He's out for surgery. Yeah, out for several weeks. Kevin, that is, from Fulham. Good players, Kevin. It's a shame. That's probably good for Wilson's minutes, one would guess. Or Crew. Yeah, I've already answered that. I've already answered that question from Smooth Operator. It's funny, isn't it? His name's Kevin. Yeah, agree on Rice. He is playing a bit deeper though, but that does mean they're just going to crowd out Sanchez on set pieces and nick a bloody set piece, aren't they? It's what they do. It's what they do. It's what they do. No, not talking to you. He's just a Brazilian called Kevin, mate. Who to buy first? Thiago, 100%. Richardson, Enzo. Is Szoboszlai a good pick now instead of Wilson? Nah. Not until he's definitely going to play in midfield. And even then, I still think Wilson's probably better. You look at the Fulham games coming up. Tottenham, West Ham, Forest, Burnley. They're too good to say no to, I think. Oh, mate, my gut feel is, honestly, I'd probably bench Cash, actually. I'd probably bench Cash. Reluctantly. Wolves are pretty good at doing the goals now. I'd bench Cash. Yeah, I'd bench Cash. Let's have a look at Twitter a sec. See if there's any news. Would you play Senesi over anyone in your team? No. Don't think I would. Rice, it'd be close. Because you've got to think Senesi probably gets DEFCON. But probably not. Hi there. Kind of don't want to use my last transfer. Don't then. Don't do it. You look at my team. Sesko or Thiago? It's a good point on Szoboszlai, actually. And what could happen now Wirtz is injured? It's not a bad shout. I still think I'd go Wilson, though. Yeah, I would look at selling Watkins. I've seen some Aston Villa lineup predictions that have Abraham starting. So yeah, I'll probably do it. Sesko or... Mate, I've already answered that. Cunha? No, I'd keep him. Unless he makes way this week. I think it'd be... I think Sesko starts this week, but in place of Ahmad. Yeah, that's interesting food for thought that Szoboszlai could play as the number 10, actually. It is food for thought. I'd agree with that. Buy Van Dijk and bench Timber for 1 week, or buy Ekitike and bench Anderson for 3 weeks. Oh my god. Buy Van Dijk. Buy Van Dijk. Lucas, look at my team. Look at my team. Your question is answered by looking at my team. I wouldn't go Gakpo, no. What's your Subway order? Blah. I haven't been in the Subway for like 5 years. Genuinely not been there for five years. Is it Italian bread? I'd get chicken, toasted, cheese and toasted, obviously. Cucumber, lettuce, onion, bit of garlic mayo, a cookie, and a coffee. That's what I'd have. Abel, I'm very, very grateful for your support and glad to help. You could say the same about Wilson. I do not think there's a lot to separate. I think Wilson's probably clear of Szoboszlai, really, to be honest with you. Just because there's no uncertainty about the position that he'll play. It doesn't, Julius, it doesn't bother me. Like, I'm happy with it. I'm content, mate. I'll be honest. Blimey. Sunderland have just released that. I think they got relegated wearing this kit. Do you want to buy a Lonsdale Reg Vardy Sunderland kit, ladies and gents? Any Sunderland fans in the chat? That is some throwback, that is, let me tell you. Wow. That is some throwback. That is some throwback. Sell Cunha or Garner? Wouldn't sell either of them. Just keep them. Who would you consider on a free hit? Let's have a look, see what this says. I'd have Haaland, Thiago up front. Oh, actually, if I was free hitting this week, I wouldn't have Haaland. I'd have Salah and captain him. I quite like this team. I don't think I'd have Declan Rice. I think I'd probably have Harry Wilson. Something like that. That's not bad. Yeah, Joachim Anderson or James Hill are the two I would go for, Kelvin. Sean, Sal and Munoz or Virgil. I don't quite know the context of that question. But Virgil, probably. They all played for Atletico Madrid, Cortex. Surely that's the answer. Give me more. Give me more what links these players' questions. I'm here for it, mate. There's a quiz show in the UK. It's the hardest quiz show of them all, right? It is so difficult. It's called Only Connect. And they do the same thing, but with like more general knowledge. And it's so difficult. It's so difficult. Give me some more questions, mate. I enjoyed that. Give me some more. Don't know why I'm moving like this on my chair. Do you want to play bingo? Go for it, bro. Hit me. Would you bench? I'd bench Gahey, Reef, Leonard. I would bench Gahey. Who to take out, Timber or Munoz? I think Timber. I think you'd be perfectly happy starting Munoz this week. I'd take out Timber, you know. I just think with Timber, he doesn't really get DEFCON or attacking returns. Whereas Munoz is... He's one of Crystal Palace's best attackers and he's a defender, right? That is the beauty of Munoz. That's what he does, mate. It's what he does. I tell you what, I don't hate those moves, Evan. The only thing is, you probably only need to make... You don't need to take a hit. I think you could do 4 transfers instead of 5 there. Or sorry, 3 transfers instead of 4. No, 4 instead of 5 there, sorry. I'd probably sell Enzo Bob. Oh, there we go. Ekitike is going to go up in price tonight, by the way, ladies and gents. Where's the bingo game, Cortex? Replace João Pedro and Rice with Ekitike and Wilson for a -4. No. No. I wouldn't do either of those moves. I'd just roll, I think. No, I wouldn't bench boost that. I'd wait till Gameweek 33. Wildcard 32. Prep your bench for 33. Bench Bowen if you had Van Dijk. Who else would you be playing over Bowen? That's the question. Who else would you be playing over Bowen? Nicholas. Draxler, Fabian Ruiz, Julie, and Danilo Pereira. Have they all played in major international tournament finals? I think they have, haven't they? Yeah, I'm going to say they have. All played in major international tournament finals. Or a Champions League final. I'm going to say major... It's either Champions League final or major European final. One of those two. Or major international final. I might be wrong. A team links them. Oh, I'm still right, though. It's PSG, but I'm still right. Let's put your team in. Right. One free transfer only. Only one free transfer. I do Reinders to Harry Wilson, mate. Go on. Do Reinders to Harry Wilson. And bench. Yeah. Reinders to Harry Wilson. And then you decide who you bench or not. Draxler played in the World Cup final for Germany, didn't he, when they won? Or am I mistaken? I'm going to have a look. Oh, when was it? 2010? I might be wrong. He might not have been around then. No, it was 2014. No, he wasn't in the squad. Did it say, actually? No, I don't believe that. It just says substitutes. It doesn't say the squad. It just says who came on. I don't know. What links these players? Poulsen, Leroy Sané, Goretzka, Embolo. Well, they've all played in the Bundesliga, but I don't think that's the answer. Is it Borussia Mönchengladbach? But I don't think Sané played for them, did he? No, he didn't. Mainz? Did they all play for Mainz? Something like that? Or Schalke? They didn't all play for Schalke, did they? They're not in the Bundesliga. I don't know. Goretzka's only ever played for Bayern Munich, hasn't he? What's correct? You said not Bundesliga. Oh, Schalke. Schalke. That's the answer. I only have one free transfer. I'll go Virgil in for Chalobah, mate. Would you take a -4 hit to do Enzo to Dango, which allows me to bench Timber, or do Timber to VBD? I wouldn't take the hit, mate. Just start Timber, yeah. I would actually, if you can, I'd start João Pedro over Timber. I've just got a horrible feeling that João Pedro bloody scores. All right, last. Ooh. Stop saying Oh no, we're not back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Let's get that. Let's get the camera working again. I accidentally knocked my USB cord. I think they're all from Cameroon, Cortex. I don't know if you got the answer before. I accidentally disconnected my microphone. Enzo to Wilson and Verts to Dango. Or for a -4. Yeah, I play Enzo Verts to Wilson. I don't think the hit's worth it. Come on. Come on, give us one more. They're fun. They're fun. Come on. Give us one more. Don't let me down. Do, 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 do. Last one. Hazard, Pogba, Griezmann, Jack Grealish. What's the link? Is it a club? Or you're not going to give it away? Yeah, Smooth Operator got it. I think that's it, isn't it? It's the transfer value. Yeah, he's right. Palmer to Salah for free. Yeah, could do that. Can't bench Wilson, though. Can't bench Wilson. Did I tell someone to bench Wilson? Depends on the context. Well done, Smooth. You're good at these quiz questions, Cortex. Stelvert or roll and start Dallo? I'd be tempted to sell him if that's your position. Get Wilson, mate. Get him in. Just get that Wilson geezer. He's pretty good. You're definitely not copying and pasting. It's fine. I don't know where you're copying and pasting from. You didn't have to say. Oh, you got Wilson already. Get Elliot Anderson. Szoboszlai for Enzo. I can't say I'm that excited about Szoboszlai. Sorry. Can't say I'm that excited about him. O'Reilly or Hill? This week, O'Reilly. Long-term Hill. If you've got a way of dealing with O'Reilly in Gameweek 31, I'd probably pick him, actually. He just looks so attacking. It's crazy how attacking O'Reilly looks. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Who has played the most minutes in Champions League history? Wow. 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 It's got to be a goalkeeper, hasn't it? Wow. It could be Pepe. Yeah, it could be. Don't say the answer yet, Cortex. It might not be Pepe. I think it could be a goalkeeper. I'm going to say it's a goalkeeper of some description. Is there a goalkeeper that's like a career-long goalkeeper? It's Manuel. Is it Manuel Neuer? Surely Neuer has played the most. Surely it's like Neuer or Pepe, something like that. I'm going to say either Neuer or Pepe. Pepe got banned a lot though, but I'm going to say Neuer or Pepe. Yeah. Go on. Or is it Ronaldo? Could be Ronaldo, I guess. Dani Alves? Oh. That's a good question. But please don't cheat. Casillas, really? Really? He didn't have a... I guess he played for Real Madrid for years and years, to be fair, than he is Casillas. That's very impressive. How many years did he spend at Madrid? Okay, he was there a long time then. What I like about Casillas is that he was only, I say only, but he was 6 foot tall. He wasn't a massive goalkeeper, and he was still the most appearances in Champions League history. Very, very impressive. And he always used to wear a t-shirt, which I admired. Quite like a t-shirt goalie. Don't know about you guys. Palmer to Salah or Enzo to Mbumo or SL to... I like Strand Larsen to Thiago. I think all of those moves make sense. But I think Strand Larsen to Thiago is the best one because he also blanks. Strand Larsen also blanks in Game Week 31, mate. But you must have bought him recently, which is the only downside. What else we got? Bert to Dango or Gakpo? Dango, but Wilson. CR7 most appearances, not the most minutes. Fair enough. Who's the top goal scorers in the Champions League then? Top UCL scorers all time. Ronaldo's miles ahead. It's not even close. Wow. Do you think Mbappe's going to break all of Ronaldo's records, by the way? I think he could do, couldn't he? He's absolutely killing it, for in terms of goals at least, for Madrid. Guess it's just a case of how long can he keep playing, right? Player who assisted Messi the most. Oof. Who assisted Messi the most? Iniesta. I think Haaland can. Yeah. Mbappe's got 20, 33. Mbappe. Let's have a look at his career goals. Mbappe's got over 400. What about Haaland? We've got 250. How old is he? 24? 25. Fair. Final answer. See, the thing is, it's Luis Suarez. Thought it might be. Yeah, that was going to be my second guess. I think with Mbappe, he is quite reliant on his pace. And I wonder when he gets into his 30s where his game, because he'll have to mould his game. I wonder what he becomes when he loses the pace. You know? No, I wouldn't sell Nottingham Forest Anderson. No. Not for me, mate. Not for me. I wouldn't do that, I don't think. I don't think I'd do that. I don't think I'll be doing that. What should I do if I get rid of Mukiele Anderson, or should I wait for him to be back? Should I get rid of Mukiele for Anderson? Or should I wait for him to be back? You know what? I'd get Anderson in. As long as you'd play him, I'd get him in, because I think the fixtures are good. What do you think about Raul Jimenez? Not for me, mate. I think his minutes are going to be shared too much with Muniz, I'll be honest with you. Tough choice. Bench 1. Bruno, Mbumo, Rice, Wilson. I would bench Szoboszlai, I think. I think I'd bench Szoboszlai. You might think I'm crazy, and that's fine. But I bench Szoboszlai, I reckon. Should I get rid of I've already answered that. Tough choice. Bench, I've already answered that as well. Who has played the most games under Pep Guardiola? Ooh. Hello. Who's played the most games under Pep? I'm tempted to say Bernardo Silva. But it could be one of the Barca boys. I'm tempted to say it's Bernardo Silva, but it could also be Busquets, couldn't it? It could be Busquets. Would you start Sanchez or Dubravka? My decision is made, mate. Have a look at my team. I think Thiago is the priority, mate. It is Bernardo Silva. Come on! Let's go. I think I'm going to have to end the stream soon, ladies and gents. I'm struggling. I think I need to have a light snack at some point. You might go for another hour or so. We might go for another quarter of an hour and then probably end it if that's okay. I've been live for nearly 3.5 hours. Oh, nearly 3 hours, sorry. Who scored the most goals under Don Carlo? It's got to be Ronaldo, hasn't it? Surely it's got to be Ronaldo. Or actually, is it? Is it Ronaldo? No, I don't think it is. Ignore me. No, Dijk, it's not. It's not. I don't know, you know. I don't know who scored the most goals under Carlo. Could it be a Milan player, maybe? Benzema. Benzema? Could it be Benzema? I'm going to go Benzema. Benzema. Karim Benzema. That's my guess. I don't think Shevchenko scored that many, did he? Might be wrong. It's either Shevchenko. It could be Shevchenko, but my gut feel is it could be Benzema as well. Inzaghi. Oh. He scored a lot of goals then. He looks so Italian, it's unbelievable. Oh, right. It looks like he played for him at Juventus as well, I would guess. Interesting. Interesting. I think we'll do another quarter of an hour, guys, if that's all right. And then I'm probably, if that's okay, going to have a break. Because I am knackered, mate. Fair play to those that went Inzaghi. That's all I'm going to say. Fair friggin' play. Interesting, Cortez. It doesn't say that on Wikipedia, but maybe Wikipedia is wrong. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League this year, by the way? No, I don't do this full-time smooth operator. I've got another job. And another YouTube channel as well, believe it or not. Just because I'm not busy enough. Just because I'm not busy enough, I've got another YouTube channel as well. Crazy. But that's me. What was I doing? Checking my emails a second. See if I had a reply to that one. Because it was important. There we go. That was it. Session times. Warm up. 11 till 11:50. Wow. 5:01 to 5:08. I'm driving the Swansea on Sunday to race, so I'm just going to check what time it starts because I need to work that out. $12:55 I'm on then. Cool. Most headers in football history. Peter Crouch. Hello. I'm going to finish the stream soon, but the Gunners. The other channel's about Bristol City, mate. I also think Arsenal win the Champions League as well. Be inclined to agree with you. I'd be inclined to agree with you, mate. I think they do. Don't let me down. See if I got a chance for a medal this weekend. Let's have a look. 1, 2. I think I do. I think I could win a medal this weekend, lads. I think I could be winning a medal this weekend. I think there could be a medal in it for me. Come on. We could be winning a medal this weekend. Let's see. I was just looking at the heat sheet. It's not Peter Crouch. I'm definitely delirious, am I? We'll end it soon then. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Who has, I'm going to end the stream in a second, but who has scored the most headers in history? I'm going to go Raul. Why not? Chuck Raul in there. Go on, Cortex. I'm waiting. I'm going to end the stream on your answer. Oh, it's of course Ronaldo. Of course it is. Right, I think that's me done. I know we're an hour early, but I'm done. I need to train tonight. I've got to go to the football as well. Give me a big day. So we're going to end the stream there, if that's all right. I wish everyone the best of luck for game week 28. I can't believe we're on the 28th game week of the season already. But yeah, I'm going to get ready for training. See you in a bit. I will be back tomorrow with a couple of videos. I won't be able to stream live on Sunday morning because, like I usually do, because I'll be away racing. But from next week onwards, normality will be resumed. So until then, I'll see you later. That was so cringe. Oh my god. Oh well. In a bit.